Hi, ladies. Let's get started talking about session 11. We have session 11, session 12, and session 13, and then we're finished with the entire spring 2022 semester. So I hope that excites you. I know that it is always a huge accomplishment to make it to the end, and you ladies have been phenomenal in this class. So I hope that this session, which is technically the last of the content topics, is a nice one to round out the textbook. The title is Preparing for the Future, and you are going to read Chapter 9 and complete the Session 11 reading notes. By now, you are complete experts in the Cornell reading notes, and so I don't even need to review that with you. However, I do want to take a moment to talk to you about the interview preparation assignment that is due in Session 11. When you access the interview preparation assignment, you are going to see a few questions, and they are questions that are on the topic of diversity and inclusion, and they are ones that I did quite a bit of research on and found that employers are really wondering about these things when they interview. So recently I had a conversation with a person who was interviewing at another company, very same job that he was doing in his current position, but wanting to move into a bigger company. So after the interview was over, I made contact and said, hey, how was your interview? How did it go? What do you feel like? And this was his response to me. Well, they didn't ask me very many questions about my job or what I knew or how I worked. All of the questions had to do with how do I work with people that are different from me. And I found that super interesting. So he's saying in the series of questions that were asked, very few dealt with his hard skills or what he knew how to do and how his job was done. And most of the questions centered around how he worked with diverse coworkers. And I just think that that is a telltale sign of us needing to prepare ourselves for this new way of interviewing, this new want that employers are out there searching for. And so I have done some research here and come up with some interview questions that you could potentially be asked at an interview that has to do with diversity. And I always think that preparing for questions like this is a great idea before you walk into an interview. That way, when you get hit with a complex question like some of these are here, you don't just go, okay? So anytime you're going into an interview, you're going to prepare for that. You're going to research questions that may be asked of you, and you're going to formulate some answers. So when you are asked these questions, you can thoughtfully respond. And that is no different when we are thinking about questions that involve diversity in our job interviews. So take some time to look at these questions, marinate on them, and answer them in paragraph form, because this would be something that you would be asked at an interview and then expected to respond. So a sentence or two is not going to cut it here, because that wouldn't cut it in a regular interview. So marinate on these, really give this a lot of time and effort. So you'll answer those questions and then you'll do a reflection there as well. So I hope that you will find value in that activity, and I hope that it will prepare you for an upcoming interview at some point in your near future once you finish up your college life here at Nash Community College. Please be mindful that if you have any questions or concerns, just reach out to me. If you are looking at your grades and preparing for the end of the semester, please make sure that you double check and read that late work policy in the syllabus, and reach out to me if you are submitting something that needs to be graded late, because unless I get an email from you, I don't know that it is there. So your email is what prompts me to grade. If you have any questions or concerns about your final course average, or you want to chat about getting on track, or making sure that you've completed everything, just shoot me an email and let me know. I am always here to help you, and I hope that you have a fantastic day.